John had no idea what to give Ruby. He was just as confused as she was. And so, he couldn't know what to give her an honest answer. I honestly don't know, Ruby. I have never seen anything like this. This looks like it was not done by the hands of Grimm. This looks like it was done by something else. Something worse than a Grimm. But what could be worse than a Grimm? Ruby replied. That's what I said, Jean shouted. Neo did a little zipping hand motion, telling Jean to be quiet. Why is that? Neo wrote, it's because Ruby and I felt like we were being watched by something. I feel like that something may have something to do with this. So let's hurry up and find your friends and find a way to get off of this ship fast. About a couple of hours they were looking and looking until eventually they found Yang and Blake. They were waiting on the outside of a door. Guys! Yang reunited with her sister, who was really glad to see her that she was alive, but confused on why Neo was with them. We'll explain later, Jean replied. So, is he in there? Yeah, he's in. Follow us. Who's in? Who is in there? You'll find out. So, this is everyone, huh? Yeah, unfortunately this is. Eventually they end up meeting the guy who brought them all here. Who are you? Please do not be alarmed. My name is Jackson, and I'm a friend, not your enemy. The real enemy is out there. Yang, did you make sure that door was closed tight? Yeah, I made sure it was closed tight. Now, start talking. What is out there? Why are the people so scared? This is not going to be an easy story for you guys to swallow. Well, but I'll do my best to tell you. About 4 weeks ago, my crew and I encountered a very dangerous living organism. More dangerous than the Grimm that you guys face back on Earth. What can be more dangerous than a Grimm? It's simple, Yang. Jackson replied. He ended up going onto his computer and ended up showing a picture of a weird creature that it was so weird looking, but oddly enough, it striked fear at Ruby and her friends and family, even Neo. Its appearance was just terrifying. It looked even more dangerous than a Grimm. What is that? That is the thing we brought up on the ship. It's a alien organism, or as we like to call them, xenomorphs. Xenomorphs? Yes. These things are very, very dangerous. And when I mean dangerous, I mean they're dangerous. And trust me, you do not want to be out there. These things are fast, deadly, and extremely intelligent. How dangerous are they? Very dangerous, Miss Rose. Well, I'm pretty sure we can take it. Oh, no you don't. What do you mean? This thing has acid for blood. Everyone's eyes were widened, their mouths dropped. Acid for blood? That is so cheap. No living creature can have acid for blood. That's just impossible. Wait, how can one single xenomorph did all this? Oh, it wasn't alone. Oh, it was alone for a while. Until it evolved. Evolved? Evolved into what? You guys are familiar with ants and bees nests, right? Yeah. Why do I feel an uncomfortable feeling in my stomach? That's because this one single xenomorph was serving a hive of hundreds of his own kind. No, possibly even millions. Thankfully, if it weren't for my good friend who blew up the nest, killing the queen. But my point is, that son of a bee, we found it unconscious, mainly because it sensed the presence of its queen no longer, well, alive. So we brought it back here on our ship. It knocked me out and killed my friends. When I found where its trail led, I went into the sewers. Well, I went into the vents after it. My God. I'll even show you a video. Jackson showed the video to everyone. What I found was something shocking. It grabbed one person and it evolved into a queen. Everyone's eyes were widened and their mouths dropped on seeing the very beast that one single small xenomorph became. How big is that thing? Very big. Not like dinosaur size. Well, actually, yeah, you could say sort of dinosaur size, but not too big. So, when she ended up first having her first clutch of eggs, of course, they hatched, and little aliens, these facehugger creatures, implanted the baby inside of the host. And boom, a chest burster comes right out from the chest. Jesus. Now that's just overkill. I can't tell what's worse, Salem or this thing. Neo wrote, I'm voting this thing. This thing just looks like a nightmare. Neo's right, and since this is a queen, that basically sort of needs humans to keep her colony going, this is just worst. Way worse. Over time, a huge group of these xenomorphs ended up coming out. And they started killing off all the civilians. I'm sure some of them escaped, but the rest were not so lucky. And so, this ship is crawling with xenomorphs from left to right. Are you serious? Are you, like, dead serious? Yes, Miss Rose, I am dead serious. But that doesn't answer our question on, well, why? Is everyone, like, being torn apart? Why are they all against each other? Well, you see, Jean, everyone was just so panicked and the supplies ran low for everyone, basically. And so, they all just split apart, including my older brother. I used to have a crew until him and his crew ended up killing off all of my team members, and I was alone. This has been going on for the past 4 weeks. I guess you guys just recently got here. Yeah. So, what, we're just trapped here? There is one more escape pod. But the bad news is, it's all the way down there. Here, at the bottom of the ship. And that's right where the queen is at. Oh boy. Probably just like a bee nest. She's gonna be surrounded by like bees and ants. She's probably gonna be surrounded by guards, right? You are correct, Ruby and Rose. She is gonna be surrounded by guards. So if you have any intention on killing her, they'll kill you before you can even think about laying a hand on their queen. But the bad news is, this ship is heading to a planet that's full of civilians. Not Earth, but it's a planet. More like a planet where they're going to do some testing, so they just decide to bring a whole colony with them. And if we don't stop this ship, I guarantee you that queen is going to wake up. She's going to realize that we're on a different planet and in a much more larger landscape. She's going to break out of here, and her colony is going to follow right behind her.